before CNN will host the final Democratic Party primary before the Iowa caucus, they just so happened to conveniently stumble upon a controversial news story
picking this
about
back
a
up
thing
where I
that Bernie
left off.
Sanders reportedly said. Quote, Bernie Sanders told
I left this thing
Warren
running for a
in
while,
private 2018
and
meeting that a
you
woman
can see here
can't
there are
win,
50
sources say. Now, the
red
context is
spice
unclear. Is he saying
waiting to be
that
picked
a
up
woman isn't
on the planet that I'm
competent enough to
hovering
win? Is he
over.
saying that a woman will have a more difficult path to the White House because there's a lot of sexism and anti-woman bias?
If you wait,
we don't know about the
basically
full
the
context.
planet
Does it
produces
matter?
spice. That's why
No,
I
because
set up
CNN
all those
wants you
spice
to
mines.
believe
Oh,
that
by the way,
Bernie
that's
Sanders was
the
being
Humanist
brazenly
Report running
sexist
in the
here in this
background.
conversation
I
with
probably
Elizabeth
should have turned the
Warren.
volume
So,
down on that before
who's that?
starting
It's
this.
because
Sorry.
It seems like the only two people
Any rate,
who were in this meeting were Elizabeth Warren and Bernie Sanders. So
again, if anybody watches this,
is
if
the
the
one who's
volume on that
speaking.
kind of stuff is
Well,
too
according
loud,
to CNN,
let me know.
The description
It's
of
just
that meeting is based on the accounts of
trying to
4 people.
keep up on the
Two people
news.
Warren spoke with directly soon after the encounter, and 2 people
Okay,
familiar
so
with the meeting. Oh, okay, so anonymous sources.
I
How convenient. Now,
already
rather than
gathered
dive into
spice,
the details of the story,
and I could hop off to another planet and come back and it would pick it up.
This as well.
But I already
So
gathered
this
the
is
red
what the author of the
spice
story,
and
has to say.
sold some of it,
Warren is
and so I've
blasting
got
Sanders' campaign for reportedly giving
Spore bucks that I
volunteers a
saved up
script
from
to
that, and I'm going to use some of that right now.
Candidate only appealing to the elite.
Greetings,
That
nice
may
to
now
see
be
you.
only part of the story between
Trade,
these two. Here with me now is CNN
and
chief political analyst
there's the 50 spice that I could buy for
MJ Lee. And MJ, you have some new details about a
0.
meeting between
So
these two. A lot
go ahead
of
and
meeting
buy that.
before either of them joined the race. Tell us about this.
That's right. We have some new reports
And,
on a private meeting that took place between
here
Bernie Sanders
I
and
have
Elizabeth Warren.
2 in credit packs available.
Do the math on the timing of all of this.
Oh, you know what? I wanted to buy
Both
all of
senators
those.
were
Let's
both,
buy the rest of them.
preparing to launch their 2020 campaign.
Since they're free,
And
you know,
the two
because,
met
I mean,
in
it's my
Warren's
planet,
Washington,
right?
D.C. apartment, and they discussed
So
a
yeah,
couple of things, and
buy the other
he
49.
we learned that the two discussed the importance
And
of staying civil and
I want to buy both of these, so I'm going to hit the plus over here to buy 2 of 2. And buy that item. And that's all they've got to sell me. So tell them goodbye. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to zoom out a bit here. And I've got 2 planets over here that are unclaimed. Waldis and Doridur.
Now, 4 sources.
Now, Waldis doesn't appear to have any spice.
Responded to Elizabeth Warren by saying he does not believe that a woman can win. Now, we are also told that Sanders
seems to me it has decent atmospheric conditions. I think there's plants growing there and stuff. So if I were to set up a colony there, of course, the conditions are right for mining spice. The only problem is there are no spice vents. There's no place to mine any spice from. Yeah, what exactly kind of spice it's supposed to be, by the way, I don't know. The spices don't come in different kinds in this universe, apparently. They just come in different colors. Curious what that is. Is that a plant? Let's scan these things. Let's see. Here, scan. Target is out of range. Oh. Okay, that's that crashed ship that we came across earlier. So,
he is now accusing the Warren campaign of lying.
Well, it's interesting because the Warren
my cargo, there's that 50 red spice I picked up. I dropped some off on another planet, by the way, as
No,
well.
I don't know what Bernie Sanders said. Maybe he said something
Okay, I have 2 of
about
those trees now.
sexism that is
I
being
already had
discussed
one.
Here, but what I do know is that I don't believe this story. I'm sorry, I don't believe 4
Let's see what else
anonymous
I've got in my
sources, first of all, because
star
does anyone
system.
believe he would tell his future female opponent that she can't win because she's a woman?
Apparently just
I mean, who would be dumb enough
that and
to do
this.
that? And second of all, I don't believe this because the 4 anonymous sources were not in the room
That's
with Bernie
a
Sanders and
gas
Elizabeth
giant.
Warren, Bernie's campaign manager.
Doesn't
last
appear to
year
have any planets
confirmed
orbiting
that
it.
It was just them in the room.
Do you think we need to hear directly?
Can't land on it. It says can't approach this gas giant. Can't approach gas giant. A gas giant is too dangerous.
So I welcome her coming out and disputing
So
this and putting this to rest. You have 4 anonymous sources who have commented on the story. I don't hate to get into critique of the media here.
Let's have a look there.
These are the kinds of stories we get frustrated about. If you want to make an accusation of this caliber and this nature, then put your name to it. But you have 4 anonymous sources saying stuff that isn't true.
I don't know.
There are only 2 people in the room.
What kind of conditions do we have? There's nothing living here.
So I don't
Let's
believe
see
this
if something can.
because those 4 anonymous sources, as a matter of fact, were not in the room when Bernie
Try a
Sanders
medium
and
plant,
Elizabeth
maybe?
Warren had this conversation. Furthermore, I don't believe it because it flies in the face of everything that Bernie Sanders
You need
has
to
been
improve
saying.
the T
You see,
score
the
of
benefit
Durator
supporting a candidate
for that to
with a
survive
40-plus
here.
year record is that we have a lot of
Okay,
receipts
so
that tell us
apparently
really
no, this is not a
in fact, back
not
in
a planet that
1988,
things
he
can
said that he
survive
believed
on.
A woman can in fact win the White House.
I could put a colony here anyway. Looks like it's cold. I think that's the problem.
Yeah, and on top of that, here he is telling a classroom of young girls that they
bit of meteor shower going on there.
should run for president and participate in politics. In fact, they have
So
the
let's
right
have a
to
look
participate in
elsewhere.
politics as much as boys do.
Use the star map filters to navigate the galaxy. The My Empire filters will reveal all of the stars your empire currently owns. Use the mission filter to point you to the target stars of the missions you're actively working on. The travel trail and visited filters come in handy when you want to know where you've been. So we've got different things we can turn on and off. There's my travel trail.
You, just as much as the boys, have a right to become president. There's not been a woman president.
I'll have to turn everything on for now. Whatever they all are. Oh. Visited. Oh, wait a minute. My Empire. Well, it's showing stuff that's not part of my empire, so I'm not sure exactly how that works.
So do you honestly
We'll leave that one off for now.
that person would tell Elizabeth Warren, his
Lilica.
future
We were over there
opponent, to
before.
her face, that she can't win because she's a woman?
Let's head back to that one.
Absolutely not. So if this is based
There's a
off
lot of
real
planets in this
quote,
system.
assuming the story isn't manufactured entirely, then
Okay.
there's no
So
way
there's
that
something
Bernie
living
Sanders
there.
was being sexist. There's no
Honest.
way. I don't believe it. I'm sorry. These 4
the
anonymous
planet
sources can't be
Maxtons.
trusted. CNN cannot be
So-
trusted, who has shown disdain for Bernie Sanders in the past. And also, this is a day before the debate when they know that if they
Are
put
they in tribal
Bernie Sanders
stage or
and Elizabeth
civilization
Warren on
stage?
that
I think they're in
and pit them against
civilization
each other,
stage.
That will be great for ratings. It also serves their agenda because that gives potentially Biden and Hillary
Have a
votes.
look.
So I don't trust
Yep,
anyone
those,
in this
well,
circumstance.
are those
The
cities
story
or are those...
stinks, and Elizabeth
Oh no, those
Warren is
are,
conveniently remaining silent because
those are tribes.
she knows this will hurt
They're
Bernie,
in tribal
and she also
stage.
knows this isn't true. So, I mean, she'll eventually, I'm assuming,
I wonder if
come
it
out
would
and
let
say
me
that this
put,
wasn't true. But why not just let the story fester
a colony
little bit,
here.
hurt Bernie Sanders' chances, so maybe she kind of
Star
gets
system
exposed,
already has a
to the
sentient
detriment of Bernie's
species.
campaign.
So the
And
answer
here's
is
the
no,
thing.
it would
Let's
not let me
assume
do
that. The
that.
story were true for a moment.
Oh, in this
Well,
whole
as
star system, no
HuffPost
less.
writer Amanda Turkle points out,
Apparently
she
that's
reported
a
just month ago,
that's a restriction on the
Biden
hardware.
noted that part of the reason he's
If you can
electable
call
is that he won't face
hardware in
sexist
software hardware
attacks.
because it's a
Biden's
computer
campaign
program.
said that he wasn't trying
yeah.
to say that women are less electable
But yeah,
than
since
men,
this
but he was
star
listing
system
ways
already
that
has a
he'll be able
sentient
to beat
species,
Trump,
how about we try this
but
one
he
over here?
can't. And he mentioned the unfair sexist attacks she faced in 2016. That's not going to happen to me, he said.
Ismazma.
So ask yourself this. Did you hear anyone in the mainstream media freak out about
Only
Biden
one planet in this star system.
Did CNN denounce what Biden said here?
Yeah, that's it. It's just one.
No. Now, we don't even know what Bernie Sanders
And it
said.
has
We're
a
basing this
Gungan.
off of hearsay. But yet, this is
Seriously,
incredibly
somebody made a
controversial,
Gungan.
and we should all believe that Bernie Sanders
Okay,
is sexist. That's the takeaway. So it's just dirty. There's
and
a
again,
double standard. But that's if
tribal
we
stage.
believe that Bernie Sanders said
So
that,
this
but I
is
don't
not a
believe
vacant
that
system.
he believes that, and I don't believe that he would say this. Now, I want you to understand
Now, I wonder-
that this is all what we
It-
expected would
I'm
happen
thinking
back
about
in
the creature
December
stage when it says you're on your
I
path to
talked about the
sentience.
polling data and
I wonder
how
if
it
that means
showed
they
Bernie
don't
Sanders
consider the
was in fact
creatures
surging and that the
to be
media was finally
sentient.
starting to pay attention. I predicted that this is something that would happen, not because, I'm some type of prophet, but because I've seen the media's tactics. This is the same thing that they've been doing for years to not just Bernie Sanders, but progressives in general. This is what I said.
Okay, it's
But once pretty much
definitely a radio
CNN,
signal
the
there.
MSNBC,
Let's
the Fox News
have a look at this one.
that he
Borakus.
is in fact leading and he has a real shot at the nomination. We will see a barrage of criticism that will be like
Got a few
anything
planets
we have
in this
ever seen
system at
before.
least.
Because if you thought that the smears
Let's
of
have a look
Bernie
at the farthest
Sanders
one out first.
have been disgusting now, which they have been, you haven't seen anything
Whoops.
yet. Because
Didn't mean to fly
capital
upward.
will not just, roll over and die. It's going to fight with everything it has.
This planet has
So
rings
if
around
Bernie
it.
Sanders continues to surge, and if he makes a significant jump to where he starts leading in all of these
Okay.
primary states, once it's undeniable,
Improve the
they're
terraform
going
score
pull
to
out
unlock.
every single trick
Okay,
in the
so
book,
nothing
and
can be
people you
put
once
there.
thought were your allies
Now I see how
are
that
now
works.
going to be speaking out against Bernie Sanders, and
Let's
they
try
will
a plan a
reveal
little
their
further
true
in.
colors. They were only paying lip service to the movement, and they never really
Let's see.
cared about the movement. We're going to see the media
This
try to
one?
rehabilitate other candidates like Elizabeth Warren, because, since she's now sliding and they see that Bernie Sanders is rising, they're going to try to present her once again as the progressive alternative. And I can't even fathom all of the different ways that, they're going to try to beat Bernie Sanders, but understand that is what they will do. So as you can see, this is playing out exactly as I predicted it would. And the attacks on Bernie Sanders and the smears, quite frankly, have ramped up after the Des Moines Register released a poll that showed he was in first place in Iowa. Once that poll came
red
out,
spice.
a poll that is largely viewed as the gold standard and showed that Bernie was in first and Elizabeth Warren wasn't too far behind, that made pundits lose their mind. Because this poll shows that Bernie has a real shot if he can actually win Iowa. So buckle up, because this is only the beginning.
Okay,
As
well
I
there
say
is
that they are
there
not
is a
going to allow
slot for a
Bernie
colony. I
Sanders
could put a
to
colony there, but I
walk,
can't put life
squeeze
there.
on to the nomination
So
without any level of resistance. They're going to fight him tooth and nail.
as long as I got to keep
And
a shield
we're just
over my
seeing the
colony, they
beginning,
can't get out and
but
mine
keep
spice.
calm and understand that this is what we expected and anticipated, and we are all ready to respond because we have
Yazna.
receipts. Don't get discouraged by these smears. Just canvass for
That
Bernie
has
Sanders,
spice?
phone bank for Bernie Sanders.
That's also
and,
red spice.
Chip in a buck or two to help him here, because for every single thing that the media says about him, he's going to have to spend campaign cash
Oh, look.
to refute an ad or something.
Uh,
Or he's going to take time off the campaign trail
There's life on
to
this
have to
planet.
respond, so we can help Bernie Sanders overcome these barriers. That
So
the
how about
media
we put
can
one of
never
these,
put up by stepping on the gas that much harder. Again, this is not something
Colony and
that
credit
should
packs
discourage
here.
us. It should encourage us to actually fight that much harder, because we all knew these attacks were coming.
Where exactly
Now
to
they're
put it?
finally
I want to keep it
and
close
it's
to a
probably
spice
gonna get
mine.
a lot uglier than this. Expect a lot
put
more
one here,
stories
that's close to
from
2 spice
anonymous
mines.
sources to say that Bernie Sanders is basically Satan.
Right
So
in
before
between
I
them.
cut the cameras, I decided to check one last time, just to see and make sure Elizabeth Warren didn't respond, because I wanted to
See how that
response. And as I recorded this video, it does appear that she responded. So she released a statement, and this was given to us.
There we go.
by
And there's
someone
still a
named
shield over it,
Kristen
so I wonder, does that
Ortman,
mean
who
they
works
won't
for
be
her.
able to
And this is her
manufacture
statement.
spice?
Bernie and I met for more than 2 hours in December 2018 to discuss the 2020
Well, let's go to
election.
my cargo.
Our past work together and our shared goals.
Yeah, let's
Being
not put the
Donald
thelp
Trump,
on there,
taking
'cause
back our government
that
from
was-
the wealthy and
that was
well-connected, and
infected.
building an economy that works
I don't
for
think it
everyone.
actually
Among
was.
the
I think it
topics
was
that
a,
came up
you know,
was what would happen if
something they
Democrats
said,
nominated
but yeah,
a female
go along
candidate.
with the gag,
I
right?
thought a woman could win.
Try
With
putting this one here.
I have no interest in discussing this private meeting any further, because Bernie and I have far more in
Well,
common
it wouldn't
than
let
our
that one live.
differences on
Okay.
punditry. I'm in this race to talk about what's
How about this
broken
one? I
in
have
this
4 of
country and how to
these.
fix it. And that's what I'm going to continue to do. I know Bernie is in the race for the same reason.
Oh, wait a
We've been
minute.
friends and allies in this fight for a long time, and I have no doubt we will continue to work
Maybe the
together
little
to defeat
empty
Donald Trump
circles
and put
mean-
our government on the
Oh
side
no, that's
of
not
the people.
scanned. Okay.
Wow, so she's
So
saying,
those are there.
yeah, this report is actually true.
Oh,
so it's
I can target one
his
of them.
word against hers.
To
He's
scan
saying
for
this
it.
is an outright lie. She's saying it's not a lie.
Okay. So then I'd
Now,
need to
the
turn
good
on my
news
scanner.
is
Where's
that,
the scanner? It's over here.
most people can see, I think, that Bernie Sanders wouldn't say something like this. One, because
That's
it's
that.
stupid, and two, because it flies
Okay,
in
and
the
the
face, as I
medium-sized
stated,
plan.
of all the things that he's saying, his advocacy
that's
for
that one.
women in politics throughout the years. But the
And
bad news is that even if
the
I
small
don't
plan.
believe the average person will
Whoops, I
believe,
turned that off.
this line of attack or whatever Bernie Sanders said in whatever context, the media hates Bernie Sanders more than they
Please?
hate Elizabeth Warren. In fact, I think they like
Please.
Elizabeth Warren,
There
they're
it
going
is.
to believe her over him in this situation. So this
Okay.
is damaging. This
So
is
turn the
devastating. I
scanner
can't
off.
believe this. And the fact that she is
Turn
refusing
that
to
off.
provide us with any additional context. What Bernie Sanders said, did she misconstrue it? Did they misconstrue it?
Let's try one of these.
You're not telling us anymore, really? It goes to show you that she
See if that can
wants Bernie
survive.
Sanders to be damaged because of this. And she's not serious
Ah, it appears they
about
can.
helping the progressive movement. Otherwise, she would give us more information about this. This is absolutely
So?
ridiculous. Now, on top of that,
Put a second
while I
one
was
then.
reporting this, Sean King gave us
So they
some
want
news.
it to
He
be there
actually has
alone.
a source. He knows someone who talked to Elizabeth Warren, and understand this is hearsay, but this is
The
what he
species
says.
is already
Wow.
present in this
Just spoke
location.
to a
Oh, I
source who
see.
told me that Elizabeth Warren
Well, in that case,
admittedly embellished the words of Bernie Sanders to her friends
let's try that
after
again.
her meeting with him in 2018, saying that Bernie said a woman couldn't win, but that he never actually said those
Put
words.
one down
Disgusting.
here.
So Bernie Sanders states that this was a lie. And then there is evidence now from
Put
people
one
close to
down
Elizabeth
over
Warren,
here.
based on Sean King's tweet here, that Elizabeth Warren admitted that she lied. So I think that it's clear Bernie Sanders didn't say this, or he said something about women running for president,
And one over
and she
here.
misconstrued it or embellished, and she's misinterpreting it, and she's doing this because she knows that Bernie's loss is potentially
Take a
her
trip
gain.
around the planet.
She wants to get Bernie's progressive voters to jump ship and flock to her. But I don't think she realizes that the opposite is going to happen. This is driving people away from her. Because as she
Planet
continues
Rise
to
in the
pivot to the
background there.
center in this primary to appeal to centrists, as she moves away from Medicare for All, as she has this botched response to Soleimani, she's turning off Bernie Sanders voters. So anyone who was willing to support her before is getting even more and more driven away by this, because she could accuse Bernie Sanders of being
And-
divisive.
oh, there's the
now,
animals.
Here she is, possibly
All right.
lying about Bernie Sanders.
Well, that's it for now.
I don't know.
I'm going
I
to
wish that she would actually be
end this video
more kind and give us some additional
and
context.
pick it up
If
where I
she
left
believes
off
that
later.
Bernie Sanders
Thanks.
said this,